The Chairman's Award is an honor given to a select few in the AutoNation family. Recipients of this award have gone above and beyond in the pursuit of exceptional customer service.
AutoNation Direct has partnered with various credit unions from around the area, and we are the exclusive buying service for those credit unions to their members. And what we do is that we are able to sell the car and deliver the car without the member coming into the car dealership. And I coordinate that, all of that efforts. Well, when I received the award, the way they did it is on our monthly call or quarterly call that we have, and I had no clue. And Brian Feldman was making a big deal about it, and he was saying it's the first award we had and all that, and I'm sitting there, I'm at my office here in Phoenix by myself. I work here by myself. And they said, and the first winner is, and they threw my picture up, and I almost fell on the floor. I mean, this is no lie. I could not talk for 2 hours. I mean, you could talk to anybody I work with. You know, I mean, I was dumbfounded that I was selected for this award. I was so honored. I've been in the car business for 33 years. I've worked for 2 automobile dealerships, and including AutoNation. I worked for 2 banks and a captive, and this is the highest award I've ever gotten, and I'm thrilled for it. Well, it was kind of an interesting story. I was walking into my office, and I got a call from our personal auto consultant. Those are the people who actually sell the cars, and he said to me, he says, I got a problem. He says, I've got an individual who wants to buy a car. She is a lieutenant in the Army, but she can't get off, or the Air Force or Army, one of the two. But can't get off the base, and I was wondering if you could help us out. And I said, well, you know, can we send a car to go get her or whatever? He says, no, they won't let her off the base. And I says, okay, you know, where is she located? He said, Sierra Vista. And I was quiet for a moment, and I says, Fort Huachuca? And he goes, yeah. I says, you do know that if you stood on the city limits of Sierra Vista and threw a rock south as hard as you could, it lands in Mexico. I mean, it's 5 hours one way from where I am at the moment, and he didn't realize that. And he said, no, I didn't know that. I said, well, where is the car? He said, well, the car was at Dobbs Honda, which is now AutoNation Honda Tucson, down in Tucson. And I said, is there what happens if we don't deliver this car? He said, we don't sell it. We don't sell the car. So I took a look at my calendar, and this is on a Monday, and I said, okay, tell you what, let's set it up for Wednesday, and on Wednesday I'll drive down and deliver the car. So Wednesday came, I went down, picked up the car, and you know, it takes 3 hours to get to Tucson, another 2 hours to Sierra Vista, plus an hour at the store getting everything ready and all that. And then I got down to the fort and called her, said, I'm here, come on over. So here she comes, and this young lady, this lieutenant, her uniform was crisp. She had just graduated from from USF on Friday, and Wednesday she's there. I mean, her uniform still had the price tags on it. I mean, that's how new she was. And she was thoroughly delightful, and I got talking with her, and come to find out this was the first car she ever bought in her life. She was rewarding herself for graduating from USF and you know, getting into the Army and stuff like that. So I asked her, I says, I'm curious, you know, why won't they let you off the base? And she said, well, the reason why was because of the job I'm going to be doing for the Army. I haven't gone through basic training, and so the commanding officer wants to protect me. You know, I'm not ready to do that. And I said, well, what exactly do you do? And she looked at me, she said, I'd tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. I think she was serious, you know? And but she was thoroughly delightful. I feel wonderful I got the opportunity to do it. And so the last thing she said to me, she said, this, of course, is the first car I ever bought. And she goes, now, I've never bought a car before like this. It says, this is so easy. Is this the way everybody buys cars? I went, Yes, it is. It's exactly the way we all buy cars. So I feel honored that I was able to do that. It's great. The company's been good. I love the direction it is, and I really appreciate the fact that we're putting the customer first, which is the way it should have always been.